I felt like going into last week, our staff did a really good job preparing the kids. Our practices were structured specifically, to accomplish certain things. We were able to throw Sykes early in the week against Southern and allow her to get a good start. And so, we did a lot of things throughout the week that really prepared our kids going into the Lamar series. We knew the environment was going to be intense. So our kids, we talked about that before we went in there. You just have to play your game. You have to be steady. And there were going to be a lot of highs and lows and a lot of bank bank calls, and that's just kind of how their team plays. Lamar has a great group. They've got a lot of speed. I felt like day 2 we just came out and made adjustments. That was the difference, and that's what won us the series. We were able to make bigger adjustments from day 1 to day 2. So we made adjustments hitting Gruel, and they didn't make adjustments hitting Sykes changeup. So overall, we cleaned some things up. I was happy. We actually played. I felt like on Saturday we played well in the circle, pitching. We did a good job offensively. Our hitters had quality at bats and made adjustments, and we were clean on defense. So I feel like going into this week, our team is more confident because now it's like, oh yeah, coach has been telling us we're good, and yeah, we've been playing with people, but now I feel like they're like, hey, we are good. So I feel like moving on from this point forward, our team has a little bit more confidence, and we've got some big series coming up. So
you mentioned after the third game that won it Saturday that maybe a momentum, not momentum changing, but maybe turning point in the season. Talk a little bit about that.
For this group, this is a very special group. I've only had one other team like this who can play from behind. And they're like sponges. They just absorb the information, and they're good kids, and they're good teammates, and they work hard. And we definitely kind of have that blue-collar mentality going on about us. And for so long, we've been playing with people, and we've been telling them since January, hey, you guys are good enough. So I finally feel like they're starting to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit and kind of believe in themselves. Everybody knows when they watch them play, this team could be great. And now it's just up to them to kind of take it and run. And I really felt like our kids felt it and they saw it on Saturday. So I feel like we're going to have a little bit more confidence and kind of take charge of some games. So
talk a little bit about Sykes' pitching the past week. She went 3-0, and I guess Guffey as well with the 2 saves.
The seniors threw well all week. Sykes' biggest thing for her is just getting a good start. And so for her, we were able to go out against Texas Southern. She had a great start, and she just competed at Lamar. That's something that's a natural characteristic for her. She's the most competitive kid on my team, and she's been super coachable. Her body language has been great, and she's been locating well. We were able to bring Callie in the second day. Sykes kind of got in a little bit of a bind with those 2 leadoff walks, and Callie came in. It was the same Callie Guffey from last year. Kid who threw 200 innings for us. And if both of those kids throw that well for the next 5 to 6 weeks, we are going to be tough to beat because they pitched like seniors. And that's what this team needs. We're really young, and we've got, some transfers and things like that. So, by them stepping up and pitching like seniors, we were able to win that series. So really proud of both of those ladies.
Talk a little bit about this week's competition. Obviously, tough test tomorrow, going on the road playing Big 12 Texas, and then coming back home, hosting Sam and another big. Each one of these series seems to be huge in Southland play. So just talk about that.
Well, I'm actually a diehard Longhorn fan. I went to their camp for 6 years in a row, tried to get recruited there, so I'm a diehard Connie Clark fan. So we're excited to play there. They're actually their pitching staff did really well against Kansas this weekend. So the key for us is going in and putting the ball in play. We can't strike out. We've got to be really disciplined. Swing at strikes is kind of our big thing. And the positive is one of the pitchers from Texas, which I don't know if we're going to see her, is very similar to the number 1 on Sam's staff. So I'm hoping that we catch Erica Wright for Texas because she's going to throw a lot like Sam's number 1. Both of them have that screwball, rise ball, rising curveball, work up in the zone. So for our hitters to be able to see that a little bit on Tuesday and then go into that, because that's what we're going to see game 1 on Friday. Sam can swing it. They can put the ball in play. It was a tough series last year. Obviously, it's a huge rivalry as well. We're excited about playing at home. I feel like that's going to be a huge advantage for us. Our kids love playing at home. They protect the house. We have a really good fan base, and I expect to see a lot more people out there just because it is Sam. But I expect it to be a great series. And the team, once again, who plays clean, whose pitchers show up, and whose hitters really step up whenever you get people on base, you're going to be the team that comes out on top this weekend. So at this point, we actually talked to it with our kids after our post-game talk against Lamar. Like, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Like, you're going head-to-head every single week, and you can't look past anyone. As soon as you look past someone, you're going to drop a game. And for us, every game matters. So our kids' focus this week is, we're going pitch by pitch, inning by inning, play by play, game by game. So we're just going to go out there and play SFA softball.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think so. I think anytime there's a change in pitching coach, there's a change in roles from guys, what their perceived role is going to be at the beginning of the year to week 3, week 4. We've had some massive injuries. We've had some guys who, not to say that we weren't counting on them, but we weren't counting on them in the role that they are now, thrust into. And it took a little while for those guys to kind of get, accustomed to those roles. For the most part, the guys that we have put out there are getting better each time out. And that's kind of what you're hoping moving into conference, is that when you put guys out there in situations that they, take that situation, learn from it, even if they don't succeed, and then try to do better the next time when they are in that situation. And I think we've done a pretty good job across the board as a pitching staff of understanding roles, understanding situations, adapting to them, learning from them, and then the next time that same scenario is presented, having a little better chance of success.
There's a lot more consistency in your lineup, not as many changes and stuff that we've seen, kind of, the day-to-day stuff. And the guy who's really kind of come on is Jake Georgiades at third base. Just talk about his progression here throughout the early part of the season to where it is now. 364, leads the team in batting, and just how he's kind of come on here lately and really kind of provide a really good defensive presence there for you in the hot corner. Yeah,
Georgie's done a really good job to come in and solidify, third base for us. He came in a situation where Josh was struggling a little bit. He came in and through no fault of anything that Josh has done, Georgie has just done a good job of coming in, taking it by the reins and not letting it go. Anytime you have guys on the bench who can come off and give you a spark and stem the tide a little bit, and then also perform like that makes you a little bit better. I think what he's done is the hard work that he's done over the off season, over the preseason, getting himself prepared to play. We always thought he was going to be a defensive guy for us. Offensively, what he's done is he's just done a good job of really adhering to the philosophy that Coach Haynes has put out in front of our hitters, and he's just done a good job of getting in counts where he gets in favorable counts, or he gets in a 2-strike 0-2 count, and he doesn't give in the at-bat. He continues to fight through and try to give us a quality at-bat, and you can't say enough about what he's done coming off the bench to do that.
Sure. Obviously, you don't go in looking to score, 40 runs in a 3-game series here every week, but do you feel as though your pitchers are kind of moving toward that goal of, 6 innings, 7 innings, 8 innings? You feel as though they're kind of just getting stronger here as the year goes on and just really just solidifying themselves and getting used to things, then hopefully that'll progress a little? I think
so. I think we got 2 good starts this weekend. What a quality start is. You guys got to go 5 and give up no more than 3 runs. If that's what you're looking for from your pitchers, I think we're going to do a pretty good job of moving towards that. I still think we have a ways to go. I still think there's some pitchers that could perform a little bit better. They could be a little more consistent. Right now, we have guys who are good for 1 inning, and then they go out for the 2nd inning, and they have some bumps in the road. What we got to do is we got to have guys who continually give us good inning after good inning. Fatigue's going to be part of it, I understand, but we have to find a way to get those guys in shape. We have to find a way to get those guys, moving in the right direction, get them some momentum, and just keep whatever momentum that some of those guys do have as we move through the next part of our conference.
You just touched on momentum here a little bit, and you got 4 home games this week, concluding with the 3-game series against Incarnate Word, and just take us through what they kind of do well, and especially they're going to have a little chip on their shoulder coming in here, especially after results from last year.
Sure.
San Antonio.
Sure. Coach Hallmark does a good job over there. I mean, he's really gotten that program to play with a lot more fervor and excitement than they ever have. They've beaten some really good teams. They've beaten some nationally ranked teams. I think hitting wise, they're going to pose a little bit of an issue for us. We're going to have to pitch a little bit better than we did this last weekend. Offensively, I don't know that we can put up that kind of runs every weekend, but what we got to try to do is we got to try to adhere to what the philosophy is, the offensive philosophy. We got to try to score runs when we can. We can't, we got to limit their opportunities, and we got to make the most of ours. And I think if we'll do that, I think we'll find ourselves at the end of the week, in a good position.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man. Thank you, brother.
This was a great meet for the sprint squad this weekend. Highlighted definitely by our 4x1. The men's side, we had Aaron Piper, Jared Love, Teddy Hawkins, and Khalil Lacey. And they went out there and they just shattered our school record. They ran 39.71, which puts them 12th in the whole NCAA right now. And that time right there is the time I was doing some research. That time, usually always, if you do it on the right day, you'll make it to Oregon. So anytime you're up there beating schools like Texas A&M and Baylor, it's a good day for sure. Then another major highlight was Kerry Gleason in the 400 hurdles. He now is ranked number 8 in the NCAA in the 400 hurdles, and sets him up really nicely headed into Texas Relays this week. I think he has a good chance to make the finals at Texas Relays. And at Texas Relays, it's the top guys in the nation. So if you can make the finals at Texas Relays, you have a real good chance. If you can stay healthy and keep working, you got a real good chance at the end of the year to make it to nationals and to be an All-American. So really excited about him too. On the women's side, we were good. We can be a lot better. Our handoffs on the 4x1 need to get cleaned up a little bit. Highlight for the women was Dominique Jackson. She ran about 60 flat in the 400 hurdles, and she's leading the conference by over a second now, which that's a lot in the 400 hurdle race. So she did great. And then Imani Nave was pretty good. We got to clean up the end of her race, but she ran a pretty good 200.
All right, what are some things, pertaining to your group especially, that you're excited about in this outdoor season here? Be it certain meets you got circled or certain conditions you got circled. What are some things that you're excited about just for your group in the outdoor season?
I'm really excited about our relays. And the thing about relays is I feel like most schools can grab one person, but it's really hard to put together 4 high caliber individuals on a relay. I almost equate it to putting five starters out there on the basketball court. You can't just have one guy, you got to have a team. So any time that a school in a non-Power 5 conference can put 4 guys together and compete with anybody in the nation, I think that's very exciting, and we can do that here definitely. So I'm excited about our relays as we go into the future. We're headed into Texas Relays like I just spoke about, and our men especially, 4x1 and 4x4. Right now they're both ranked number 12 in the NCAA. So I'm very excited about that, and I just look for big things from these guys. They've been working hard. The attitudes have been good. So if we can maintain that, I think we're going to have a great season. And the women are right there as well. Last year the women made the finals at Texas Relays, which is hard to do. And then we got last in the final. So this year our goal is to make the final again and then just do better than we did last year once we get there. So I'm really excited about our relays this year for sure. And then individually, we've got a couple guys in the 100 that have a chance to do well. Piper, Lacey, and Love. And then we've got Teddy Hawkins in the 200 and Kerry Gleason in the hurdles. All those guys have a great chance to do something special this year. And that's not even mentioning Drake Murphy, who just broke the school record indoors in the 800. He'll open up in the 800 outdoors at our home meet. He'll run it again, and I think he'll be close to our school record then also. So there's a lot of things to look forward to.
Are you seeing a lot of positive carryover from some of the performances from the indoor meet a couple weeks back? Have you seen a kind of gradual trend in a positive direction with your group?
I have. I definitely have. We came back from the indoor meet and our work ethic and our mentality was a lot stronger. And I see that on the team as a whole. Jumpers are getting better. On the men's side, you got Denzel Green and Isaiah Pittman. Those guys are both studs. They're both two of the best jumpers, not only in the conference but in the region. So those guys are continuing to get better. Coach McCown's doing a good job there. And then I've seen a difference in the weight room, especially with the team as a whole. Our mindset has been really good in the weight room, and that's not gonna show immediately. I think that's gonna show once we get into end of April and then into May, into our championship season. That's when that's gonna really start to take hold. So the team as a whole, including my group, we're definitely headed in the right direction right now.
You've mentioned obviously the competition is going to be great this weekend, a chance for the athletes to compete against higher level institutions and just a more competitive feel overall. But what does the Texas Relays represent as an opportunity for each student athlete, and what are you hoping to see out of your kids there?
It's a good opportunity for them to, go and have fun. Really, I want them to have fun. It's a fun meet. It's mostly relays. There's only a few individual events, so I want them to get out there and enjoy the scenery. When I say that, I mean the stands. They'll be filled with people. There'll be 25,000, 30,000 people there. And with track and field, that's as big as it's going to get unless you get to the NCAA championship meet or the Olympics or something like that. So the atmosphere there, I want them to enjoy the atmosphere, and I want them to run with confidence. They go out there and do that, then it's going to be a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, I want to have fun and they want to have fun. And if you compete to the best of your ability, it can be a lot of fun. So that's what I'm looking for this week.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate you taking the time to come in here today. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
I think that, she's just been sticking with kind of the same thing that we've been talking about and building her confidence slowly and trying to be more consistent with her process, more patient with her shot selection and just letting it come to her instead of trying to force it. And when you do that, good things happen. And when good things happen, you be a little bit more patient. And so those things compound and you're seeing her doing a better job. And when that pays off, you get that reward and you feel like doing it some more. So hopefully that becomes contagious, not just for her, but spills over to to everybody else, and that's what we're looking for. So, but she's done a good job of just staying in there and keeping her head in the game, and that helps her because she can hit the shots. We can hit all the shots. It's just that in the heat of the battle, controlling those mental things and those emotions, and so credit to her for a good process this last couple weeks for sure.
4, 5, 6 yesterday was really kind of that was a really good sequence. Starting with Armel, and she just I think you mentioned it yesterday too. Just really put it all together there for kind of the first time this season. What do you think now that she's kind of experienced that, kind of felt it, just watched herself do it? Do you think that's going to lead to a little bit more here during the next couple weeks for her?
Yeah, I do. Again, it's similar to Nada, just that process, knowing what she does well. She doesn't have to worry about competing or keeping her energy up. It's just managing her shot selection and when to go for the big one, when to play, a discipline point, when to attack, when to defend, and that's tough. It really is. And so I think she's got enough. She's got enough experience in the bag now, and she just kind of let it rip and came out, started playing well, and produced her own flow and got into that. And it's tough to play against her when she's clicking. And so she did a really good job yesterday of putting it all together. She's done it for 20 minutes. She's done it for 30 minutes. But it's that, hour and 20 or however long it takes, that complete match, and then to finish it off. She had a little bit of resistance in that first set. That was pretty easy, 6-1. But then right there at the start of that second set and then at the end, it's the other girl says, "Oh, I'm about to lose, so I'll play a little bit harder." And then you have to literally go go finish it. And that's the thing that we've all been struggling with. So to see her do that against, arguably, her best win on paper, and to see her put it together was rewarding for her. And I'm proud of her effort. And we got to find 2 or 3 more people to continue to do that, and so we can get it together as a team. And when we do that, things will take care of themselves. It's easy to be patient in that regard because we know it's there. Hopefully her and the doc can just pass a little bit, sprinkle a little bit of that mojo over to everybody else, and we can go find a way to get to 4 this weekend.
Sure. When you talk about just our male being kind of aggressive and needed just doing the same thing, just really setting the tone, do you think that's kind of I don't want to say like the secret to everything, but do you think that's a really big component here? Just making sure that you are the aggressors from the very first serve, just to kind of get everything started to make sure that the opponent's back on their heels.
Sure, and that's our philosophy. We want to be controlled aggression. We want to set the tone, and that's not easy when you're seeing the payoff sometimes can be to just back up and loop some balls in and let the other person fail. And I just don't like that as a life strategy. I don't like succeeding at the cost of someone else. I like to go create our own success, and we talk about that philosophically. We talk about that strategically, and so. But it takes a while for young people to really grab that concept, put it in play, and then go out and execute that with the level of confidence and patience and discipline necessary to beat high quality opponents that are most of the time trying to do the same thing. And so it's frustrating at times when you don't see the payoff, but for the ones that are staying with it and continuing to just kind of twist the knobs and tinker with it, when they have that match where they put it together and they play that complete match and they see that flow, that hopefully becomes addictive, and we come back and we just keep trying to do that over and over again. And look, you're not going to play your best, you're not going to play your best match every time out, but you've got to learn to get 80% of that or 70% of that on a day when it's not all there, and figure out how to win as well. So that's probably the biggest thing. I don't ever worry about our high end. Our high end is extremely high. They know that. It's that low end and that average, and that's maturity and patience and discipline. It's all the things that we have been continuing to stress and work on, and that starts with lifestyle habits. It carries over then to practice, and then you take it to the match. And until we really start to nail that a little bit more, it's gonna continue to be something that we focus on and have to improve, get better at. So.
Light week this week, just the one match up in Abilene there. I think you mentioned yesterday, their doubles might not be as strong as they have been in the past, but just take us through just kind of a brief scouting report of Abilene Christian here as you prepare for your own South match.
A great team. They're going to do things the right way. They're well coached. They are disciplined. They play to win, and I really respect that about them. We're going to have to go out there and really execute and really stay focused and compete really hard. And we've got a chance to get to 4, but it's the same match we've been playing. And so we're gonna try to come out, set the tone early in doubles. We know that they're going to serve and volley. We know that they're going to move and be aggressive, and we just have to, in that moment, make the right choice and stay in there. So, but it works best if we come out, play hard, get that doubles point, and then go find 3 singles. And we've shown the ability to do that. And I just have to keep believing that there's a big one going to go our way, and so we're going to stay invested and rest up a little bit, but prepare for them and go out and lay it all on the line. And I don't think you'll see any quit from us, but they're a good team, so I expect their best. They certainly don't want to let us roll up in there and steal one from them, as they're in the mix for a high seed, and they probably believe they can make a run at a conference title. So good opportunity, great challenge. It's what we want. It's what we play for. We like to go steal one on the road, so hopefully this is our week.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.